Act 4, Scene 3. The Mucky Mammoth. Eject. Have a search. The shelves are full of dusty tapes. Some have been relabeled several times, the stickers piling up thick on their spines. Birds, funeral thing, or weather? Start at the first. Birds. Insert. And watch. Well, it sounds like birds. Blue-black morning swings across the screen. The birdwatcher tramps through dewy grass. He stops with a wet grunt and rests his camera on a pile of rocks. Birds from Great Distances, Episode 12, appears briefly on screen. He twists the lens by hand, pushing the frame past trees onto the road and coming to a halt, zoomed in on a fuzzy fist-sized artifact resting on the momentary stroke of a telephone wire. Shannon and the birdwatcher observe. He breathes heavily. She holds her breath like she's afraid he might hear. Afraid of distracting him or of being discovered and contaminating his perfect isolation. Traffic picks up, indifferent. As the sky lightens, the black smudge in the centre of the frame gradually becomes more prominent, but never in any greater detail. Not bad. Shannon combs through the video archive. More birds, questions, funeral thing, or weather. Questions! I've bought the mystery bag. What's in it? That awful hum. It seems to start before Shannon even hits play. Then there's the familiar room. There are the blank grey walls marked with tape and school desks. And this time she notices a few more details. The murky carpet like standing water, some video equipment stashed in the corner, a row of lockers. And there's Weaver, looking serenely at the camera. As before, she starts speaking, and as before, there's no sound but that hum. Shannon finds Weaver's words coming back to her as they appear in captions on the screen. Mail, school, and these magnificent, tragic horses. Go underground, as deep as you can go. The air is cool, the earth is damp. When you close your eyes, you are surrounded by the dead. Remember where that is? Find your way from there. Oh! Was that the collapsed mine? I think this place is what you're looking for. Some of it will wash away soon, but I think you'll be happy here. Even without the mail, school. The text repeats for a few minutes and Shannon stops the tape. What was that about? I am curious. Funeral thing. Go on. Oh, it sounds lovely. An elderly couple sit on folding chairs in the middle of a TV studio. Undecorated apart from a funeral lily in a thin blue vase on the table. The lights are a bit too dim to make out the features. She reads from a newspaper with unhurried efficiency. Gloria B. of Mumfordville passed away on Monday at a residence. Survivors include her children, Dakota, Montana, Minnesota, and Bobby, all of Mumfordville. A memorial service will be held at 7 p.m. Thursday at Hatton Huffman Funeral Home in Mumfordville, with cremation to follow. She never knew Gloria. He thinks he may have heard the name, wondering aloud if she ever worked at a cafe down there in Mumfordville. The woman who ran that place was called Gloria, or maybe still is. They take a call. Someone who knew Gloria B, if not very well. The caller once installed a satellite dish at Gloria's home, a 900 square. I'm not returning it. Ephemera. I guess I didn't keep it. Unless... maybe there was another button. There's a multiplayer. How would that even work? Let's go to the main deck then. Okay, and well. No, it was only a few notes. Slow and sad, like funeral music, you know? I don't remember it being sad. Just simple and unburdened. Maybe that's what funeral music sounds like to me. Unburdened. Oh, hello. Kate and I were just trying to remember the Mammoth song. But neither of us have heard it for years. Will just found the mechanism. In the mammoth's belly. Hidden in gritty matted fur. It's like a big music box, a slowly spinning cylinder covered in metal pins that pluck her dulcet guts and pump the bellows in her bowels. Some of the pins are rusted and worn away. Easy to replace if we can ever remember what the notes were. Did I hear you browsing the archive next door? Find anything good? Found something pretty unsettling, actually. Oh dear. I don't even know what's on half those tapes anymore. They used to all be movies and that kind of stuff. I like nature documentaries especially. But some people left home movies or little art videos they'd made. But that damned VCR devours anything you leave in it. Just switches into record mode at random, I think. Picks up whatever's coming in over the antenna. Of course, the only station we get down here is WEVP, community television, you know. They've got that show with the gentleman playing banjo in his birthday suit. I'm sure you've seen it. Yeah, I'm sure you'd remember it. Oh yes. And if there's no tape in the machine when it tries to start recording, there's this awful sound. Like putting a squeaky toy in a food processor. I can hear it above deck. Awful. That's why I put the sign up. Please do not rewind after watching. At least that way nothing gets taped over anymore. I'm sure I can fix it. My hero. We were talking earlier. She has an intuition for these things. I just like to take things apart. You should meet Dashiell. He did a lot of volunteer work for WEVP in the early days. Wiring up antennas and relays, stuff like that. I think you two would have a lot to talk about. He works at the telephone exchange. No, I'm afraid he's been let go. Oh yeah? That's odd. He still takes a ferry to work every day. I'm sure he's at the telephone exchange right now. In fact, I dropped him there a few hours ago. We're stopping at the telephone exchange again shortly to deliver their mail and pick up their trash. You should go ashore when we do. Ask for Dashiell. That's an odd name. Wonder what happened in the rum place. I rarely miss a chance to lounge on the beach around the rum colony, and I do enjoy a drink. Though, I don't find their signature liquor suits me. But this time I elected to stay aboard and shoot the breeze with Kate over some mineral water. Still, I heard a report. Yeah. I think we're going with Conway's getting wasted because he's in massive debt and turning into a spooky skeleton. I heard the old man went a little deeper in his cups. Not at all surprising, he seemed to have some momentum, and Patch mixes up some pretty magnetic drinks. If we're talking about the rum colony, I should tell you about Patch. He's the bartender, general manager, creative director. I guess that means he books the music. He's pretty much run the place for the last 7 years. A lot of folks assume he owns it, but that is not the case. The rum colony is owned by a dead man named Vernon. Technically it would be owned by the power company, who once bought a sizable interest from Vernon as part of a state-sponsored investment programme. But a clause in that arrangement requires them to keep their hands off the day-to-day and most of the profits, so long as Vernon walks this earth. The upshot of all that is that nobody came forth to identify the body. That power company gang getting people in debt. They're who Conway owes one of his debts to, aren't they? To pay for the neuropnol. For some reason it comes out of your electricity bill. Patch is a good guy though. Kind, trustworthy. He mixes strong Mai Tai if that's your thing. What's this? A sign? Is it a sign? Looks like a sign. Am I expected to do something here? No? I don't know what's going on. Have I actually got control here? I don't know what this is. What's happening? What's going on? Is this a bug? Eastman Sea Rover C. I'm gonna quit on you if you don't do something sharpish. Okay. What was that about? Seriously, what was that? Okay. Should we try again? No, really, what is this? Ah. Thank you. Who the hell is Valkyrie? Valkyrie and Homer lounged below deck. Unlike last time where the boat just sat there. Act 4, Scene 4. The Mucky Mammoth. Well, at least I know the autosave in this game's quite good. The checkpoint system. Okay. What's happening now? Well, those two gentle beasts kept things under control aboard the Mucky Mammoth. I went ashore with the rest of the crew to make use of the public telephone. I called into my answer machine, which I routinely neglect for intervals of months. Yep, relatable. To chip away at the pile. Kate checked in on a client of hers. She's a birth doula, in addition to being a tugboat captain. Did you know that? What's a doula? Is that like a spiritual malarkey? Claire talked to her sister in Lithuania. Illness in the family, I gather. Anyway, the evening hit a low point not much later on, so let's take a quiet moment here to listen to the river and reflect on the unburdened sleep of dogs. It's not completely unburdened. If you watch them, they have dreams and shit. Not always nice dreams, I assume. Some of them seem quite hard work. People you have to scare away, bark at, chase, growl. Okay, am I going in here? You getting progress on this one, or are you going to stick again? Ah. Shannon, Ezra, the old man, and I stopped at the Radvansky Center to make some quick cash. Act 4, Scene 5. The Radvansky Center. Ooh. This is interesting. Good morning. Bags isn't feeling well. Long night. Poor kitty. What are you watching? Security tape from last night. Darryl left the lights on again. Should we slash his tyres? I'll leave a stern note on his desk. Spare the rod. What are we doing today? Right, this is weird. You know that old vending machine? The one that only has tomato juice. No, the old one they just stopped refilling. Remember? We rolled it out into the dock last August and some scavenger stripped it for metal in the middle of the night. Darryl cut his hand cleaning up after them and then it got infected. Remember? No. Okay, anyway, the rest of it ended up in the coat room until, finally, Darryl was piling it into a big bag for the trash barge to pick up, and he came across this box lost behind all the junk. The modernist bookshelf with the fancy turntable. So ostentatious. So Darryl. What? That was my bookshelf! Oh no! But you, grew out of it or something, right? It ended up in the lab somehow. I keep my books in a pile now. It's easier to find what I'm looking for. Never, what shelf is that book on? Only, well, it's somewhere in the pile. Pragmatic. A scribble. Wow, I haven't seen that poster in a while. I think that was mine from college. Yeah, definitely. Oh, right. Darryl swapped it out in the redesign. Now it's... What's there now? Yeah, it's... That's weird. I can't picture it. I mean, I can picture the wall, and there's definitely something coming there. That's gonna bug me. Want me to go look? It's just down the hall. No, it's okay. Okay, I'm sitting here. Okay, no I'm not. There's no point in that. I guess I'll do it. This should be some basic information in the first control test. Subject's general disposition. Jen looks over the questionnaire document from the envelope. Question: why are you here? The other passenger said we can make some quick cash taking these tests. Pragmatic. Demographic category? Question: what's the first thing you remember? I remember a birdcage. Mid-20s. Do you think we should use the old categories or the new categories? Oh, right. Will the computer even still take the old ones? They're still in the menu. Okay, in that case put in precarious. Sure. Oh, I forgot. Name? It says Marquez on the file. Whoa, Marquez? Are you sure? That's what it says. Do you know her? That can't be. No, that's not her. Did she come alone or with a group? I don't know. There's an extended monitoring tape here too. We could check on the dock when she showed up. Oh, it's... Wait, who was that? The guy in the hoodie. What? I've never seen him before. Really? He looks so damn familiar. I thought maybe he was a former intern or something. He's Will. He's a little too old for that, right? No, I don't recognise him. Sorry. You're all deja vu this morning. It's spooky. Sorry, just one of those days, I guess. No, definitely not. Oh, she's travelling with one of those creepy distillery guys. Him? No, he just looks like some old drifter. Maybe you're right. It's so hard to tell in this light. No, he's got spooky skeleton limbs. He's a distillery guy. He's in debt. Ha! I guess the old man is on dinghy guard duty. A noble assignment. So, who was this lady? Oh, right. Well, you remember WEVP TV? No? Okay, it was a community television station. The Consolidated Power Company had to fund it as, like, a punishment for owning too much of the broadcast spectrum or something. Oh, they used to screen your videos, right? Yeah, it was like a co-op. I did some maintenance and they gave me a slot to show my work. And they had that naked banjo guy late at night. Yeah, that's mainly what everyone remembers. I guess their whole mandate was community expression. It was certainly expressive. Oh wait, was WEVP the one that... the flood, right? Yeah. Damn. So, Shannon Marquez, did she have a naked banjo show too? What? No! Let me guess. Question. Which of the following sentences best describes you? I grieve for fading memories, or I am haunted, unable to forget. Yeah, there's something going on with her sister. I am haunted, unable to forget. She had an exercise show? No. I've never heard of Shannon Marquez. It was a Weaver Marquez I knew. She worked at the station for a bit, and then she left on kind of weird terms, actually. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, the sister. Okay, how do we rank her from the control test? Question. Without turning around to look, please describe the following objects. Bookshelf. I think it had 3 shelves. It wasn't interesting, it was nondescript. Reminds me of a library, I guess. Question. Poster. I remember scribbles, but I guess I remember circles is close enough. I don't keep posters on my walls. Question. Lighting. I really can't remember. Average, I guess. Average, okay. Where am I now? Why is there a curtain here now? Is there any pie left in the break room? Daryl finished it off before he went home last night. Daryl is on thin ice. You're declaring enemies left and right. What? Who else? That other Marquez woman, Weaver. Didn't you... Maybe I misunderstood. I thought I detected some, animosity. Oh no, nothing like that. She wasn't the kind of person you could like or dislike, really. She was just there. And all you could do was accept her, like magnetism or gravity. Question. Please describe, from memory, the following objects. Seating in the room behind you. Strangely comfortable. Lighting in the room behind you. Buzzing fluorescence and a standing lamp. Air quality in the last room in which you fell asleep. I think I fell asleep on the boat for a minute. The air was warm but refreshing. Well, this Marquez is pretty normal so far. Oh yeah, they're definitely different people. I just wonder if they're related or something. I never imagined Weaver having any family, but I guess everyone has some family, right? Jen, reading distracted. What? Oh, sure. Probably. Okay, let's get on with the next test. It's a cat. Jen! Look who it is! Oh, I miss that kitty. I forgot what became of the white one. Her name was Coconut and she disappeared without a trace. Easy come, easy go? Wouldn't say easy. I had to leave food on the dock for a week before she come inside. She only stuck around for a month or 2. You probably saw quite a lot of her. I remember you were working nights then. She was a nocturnal creature. That's right. I remember. Okay. What do I do now? What's this? What have I got? What am I holding? Can I see? I cannot see. Wait, I don't remember this test. Oh, did we cut this one? What's the questionnaire like? No, this is just... Sometimes, if I can't make it for a few days, I might leave a note to feed the cats. For the test subjects? Wow, how did you know they'll do it? I write it on, university letterhead. Jen, that is unethical. At least I don't use university property and research equipment to make weird video art. Very well then, I contradict myself. Wonder which is the nobler transgression. I'll settle that question. It's nobler to feed kitties. Oh, here's another extended monitoring tape from the waiting room. Busy night. There he is again, sleeping. Where do I know him from? It's gonna drive me up the wall. Does he work at the university? Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I might have worked there a long time ago. Maybe when I was an undergrad. Ah, the Paleolithic. I thought he looked a bit rugged. That's right, Jen. I went to college during the Stone Age. What was your major? Fire. I don't think he was a professor. Maybe staff? It's been so long. Sometimes I just wish I'd barreled through, like you did, instead of taking time off before grad school. I'm sure it was the right thing to do at the time. Yeah, or the only thing. I was such a mess. Did I ever tell you about that? My boyfriend died suddenly in the last year of college. Oh, poor thing. It's okay, it was a long time ago. But yeah, it really shook me up back then. He was studying astronomy. We were both really into experimental music. We took a few art classes together. That's so sad. How did... Sorry, never mind. No, it's okay. That's the thing. Actually. I mean, that's what shook me up about it. It was just this random accident that never should have happened. And so sudden you could never have seen it coming. He was back home, visiting his parents, and he fell off a roof. Oh, fucking hell! Okay, it all comes full circle. Damn, I know what you mean. You can't predict that kind of... what do you call it? Freak accident kind of thing. My psychiatrist says that's why I'm such a pessimist. Well, I think you're remarkably upbeat, all things considered. I mean, you know, that thing with your boyfriend and the roof. Also what happened at the TV station. Acts of God. You think? No, I mean that's what you call it. That's what you say when it's nobody's fault. So, the person who Conway kept talking about, who went off the roof, this is how they're all connected. Speaking of the TV station, you were saying something earlier about that other Marquez girl. Oh right, I was talking about Weaver. Yeah. What exactly happened with her? You said she left on weird terms. Yes, well, so actually she just stopped showing up. That was pretty normal. It was all volunteers, right? Community television. Yeah, people didn't really give much advance notice. They just got bored and drifted away. It's more like an art project than a job for most people. Weaver Marquez helped manage the archives, like filing and sorting old tapes of broadcasts. I think she was pretty smart. She probably could have been more help fixing equipment or something. She seemed content just to organise tapes. Nobody ever talked to her much, so when she left, no big deal. But then, a couple of months later, we started getting these bizarre interventions. Question. Please consider a particular moment earlier in the day or evening. Write down where you were, what you were doing, and who else was present. I was in my shop alone. I saw a strange broadcast. My cousin was on TV. Question. For the remainder of this test, we will refer to that moment as the episode. Someone would be doing a show in their normal time slot, and then suddenly the feed would cut. We'd still be broadcasting, but our signal was totally jammed. Oh, like interference? I mean total blackout. Then this video would come on, clearly shot in our studio at some point, and it was her, Weaver Marquez. She'd be standing in the middle of the studio, facing the camera. It's a bit fuzzy in my memory, but I do remember the sound, this awful hum. Like that was how she did it. She made a hum so sinister it drove our signal into hiding. Oh, it's all linking up, innit? As you read the first passage, an excerpt from Design, Repair and Cleaning by R. Grotz. Please take note of any new details you recall from the episode and at what point in the text they are recalled to you. When he described the dust that accumulates on the door jamb, it reminded me of the static on the TV I was fixing. It was a strange consistency, somehow unfamiliar. Then there were these on-screen captions, exactly the same every time. I don't remember what they said. Something creepy. Wow. We had a title master at the station, but it was a different font. I guess she recorded it at WEVP and then took it somewhere else to add the captions? I don't know. We all did a lot of speculating about how she made the video. Why she made the video. Yeah, why not just broadcast it normally? It was community television, right? Couldn't be any worse than Naked Banjo Guy. Yeah, exactly. Some people thought it was a protest or something. But I know she didn't have anything against the station. To me, it felt kind of urgent. Like she would have done her broadcast through the proper channels, but something came up. A crisis or something. Question. The second marked passage is a poem by N. Shield, called 3 Views Through a Door. As you read this passage, please again write down any new details you recall from the episode. Do you know what I find quite annoying? They've called all these things questions, and the majority are not questions. They are commands. When I read the stanza about watching the rain through the doorway, I remember the sound of the strange broadcast. The hum took over everything, even the traffic and the birds outside. How often did it happen? A lot. Dozens of times. It went on for years. We even thought about asking the police to look into it. But it's so hard to locate a pirate signal. I mean, it could have come from any direction, you know? It's all just Waves. Why is that in zero text? Exactly. Question. The third marked passage is a reproduction of A Caller's Guide to the Etiquette of Closed Doors, a pamphlet published anonymously sometime in the 19th century. Again, write down any new details of the episode that recalled to you while reading this text. The text said something about how long to wait. Not to wait too long at a closed door. I need to see this through. Weaver's video showed up again right before the flood. Actually, I think it might have been the last thing we ever broadcast. Spooky. Let's pick right. Oh look, can you read the date? Damn, I can't read it either. It may not even have been current. I remember for a while we had a calendar that was like years behind. I think Daryl liked the picture. What was it? Best friends. Every month there was a different pair of animals that were friends. That's adorable. I think I'm going to be sick. You don't remember that? That weird intern brought it in from home. What was his name? Who? Oh, you remember. He was always like... I mean, we would make fun of him for... Damn, he's almost completely gone from my brain. So many interns coming and going there. I guess I didn't even bother remembering their names. I wonder who was working back when this was recorded. Is there a tape of the monitoring room? Yeah, here it is. Oh, before we check that out, did she flip the calendar forwards or backwards? She flipped it forwards. Forward. Oh, weird. They usually flip it backward. Is that the cat leaving? That's Ezra going for the cat. Are you keeping the cat, Ezra? Is that where it went? There she goes. Wait, do you think... Did she follow them out? Oh well. Oh. Well, here's that last extended monitoring tape from the dock when they left. Spooky skeletons. See? Told you it was one of those distillery guys. I guess you were right. These other guys came to pick him up for work, maybe. I don't like how they all hang out together. It's creepy. We hang out together and work together. Yeah, but it's not... They're like more than co-workers. I don't know. I just get this awful feeling whenever I see them. Like I knew them once, but not anymore. Like when they make up a dead person to look like an old photograph of themselves. Sort of familiar, sort of strange. Yeah, exactly. There ought to be a word for that. Huh. Bye, Kitty. They look like nice enough people. I'm sure she's very happy with them. Yeah. So... This has been a bit of a memory trip for you, huh? I bet you didn't expect these old tapes to stir up so much. How does it feel for these people to come up again? Weaver Marquez and Wise Will. I mean, and what was your boyfriend's name? The one who died in college. Was it Eli? Charlie, that was it. Charlie. Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet experience actually. Like looking at photographs of people who've died or moved away. People that are gone. Gone, but not forgotten. No, not forgotten. You're right. I like Mimi. Although I should have given her quite a depressed sounding voice based on just about everything she said. She sounded like a deadpan snarker. Look at those easels and tables on the beach over there. They call it an open-air gallery. Or probably something more upscale like Al Fresco Galleria. I say it's popular design in foreign cities like Paris and New York. That may be true. The appeal is clear enough, I guess. Anyone can wander in and out, and there aren't any walls or doors. There's no roof either. Just a kind of thin cloth membrane. Not quite a sheet or tarp, but more of a drape of rolled out spiderweb. Looking like it might bunch up and dissolve if it ever got rained on. That would be useless here, but I suppose they're underground, so... No concern down here for rain. Yeah, okay. Everyone thinks they're inside, just because they can't see the sky. It's a microclimate down here, and it surely does rain. Right now, they're exhibiting some intimate photographs of small town life. Pictures all sort of run together. After looking at them all in a row, it's hard to come away with any specific memories of people or faces. You just get a kind of fuzzy after-image, the warm residue of a community. No individual meaningful except as a bit of contrast or shading. Reviews have been good. It's a popular show, probably because of its relevance. The town depicted in these photos was very recently flattened to make way for a big museum project. I see. It's spring-looking Tree Island. What are we stopping here for, Will? I took a nap.